gross misconduct against myself and Councillor Ruben Matengu. I can confirm that I and Ruben Matengu have received the determination of the Independent Tribunal. Yes, we have always insisted that the allegations against myself and other councillors were motivated by malice, bad faith, and were brazen and malicious attack on my character and the person. It was not based on any facts, but was a result of rumor speculation, petty jealousness, political rivalry. The determination of the Independent Tribunal evidently exposes the same. It clearly lays bare that I'm a victim of malice and political rivalry. The level of malice, political rivalry, hate, and assault on my person and character was apparent from the biased manner of reporting in the media, the outcome of the investigation team, the allegations themselves that were eventually preferred against me, as well as the MDC party. They portrayed me as a thief, a greedy councillor, bent on looting and stealing public resources, yet nothing of that kind was close to the truth. The pressure was enormous to an extent that out of the many allegations I was facing, I was charged with 2 acts of misconduct. After a lot was said, after a lot of allegations on the number of properties that I was alleged to have acquired, lastly, it was watered down to 2 acts of misconduct. That I had used my position as the deputy mayor and councillor to unprocedurally acquire a stand in Ascot. The second one, that I have used my position as the deputy mayor and councillor to unprocedurally acquire a lease for a stand 1879-64 Bulawayo Township on behalf of Entertainment Headquarters. The fact that the many of allegations I was facing were eventually watered down to 2 charges confirmed our long-held position that they were mere political persecution motivated by malice, vindictiveness, with no iota of truth. We did indicate from the onset when the dust started that our council is the best run, and I'm a man of integrity and honest, that all the transactions were done above board. This has been confirmed by the Independent Tribunal, as it has cleared me of any wrongdoing in respect of the acquisition of Ascot State. The Ascot property was acquired procedurally and substantively above board. We have always said so as a party. I've always said so as an individual. The city of Bulawayo has always said so. The Independent Tribunal have confirmed that position. I'm accordingly vindicated, as I've always said. The noise about acquisition of Ascot property was indeed motivated by political rivalry, malice, and bad faith. As regards to the lease, which I was elected to have acquired on behalf of Entertainment Headquarters, it is surprising the Independent Tribunal has found me guilty of misconduct in respect of these allegations. More surprising is the fact that the said application for the lease was denied by the City Council. I've got a copy of denial from the city of Bulawayo on that said lease, which I will forward to the journalist. That was done on the 14th of May 2014, as it is more fully appears on the attached letter from the city of Bulawayo. There was never a lease for this particular property. It is apparent that the charge and the finding by the Independent Tribunal are offside. Indeed, we said this from the onset. We deliberately allowed the charge to stand to expose the malice and the vindictiveness that we have always insisted motivated the allegation. Again, we have been vindicated as the charge and the finding by the Independent Tribunal is a clear misdirection. In fact, we are happy as to demonstrate the level of desperation to elbow me out of my position as the councillor and the deputy mayor. It demonstrates the level of malice, vindictiveness that we have always complained of. Surely it is kindergarten politics to find someone guilty of acquiring a lease which is non-existent. The ministry, after a public outcry, sent, as we all know, that they sent the investigating team. Instead of the investigating team coming to do the proper investigation, because their intended result that they wanted, they came in and misdirected the honorable minister, the honorable permanent secretary, and even the tribunal by quoting something that was non-existent. In respect of Reuben Matengu, there is no doubt that the sought authority and same was granted by that Mr. Matengu sought authority and was granted by the council through the Director of Housing and Community Service to dispose his entitlement to the of a stand in terms of the ministerial directive. We always wonder as MDCT that on other hand, the minister always comes to us and says we don't listen to the management when they are giving us advices. But when one takes the advice that is coming from the directors, the management and council, you are also on the wrong side of the ministerial law. The transaction was above board and sanctioned by council. It is for that reason that the council never had issues with the transaction, as it was well aware that all was done above board. The determination again demonstrates the level of malice and vindictiveness that we've always complained about. Ultimately, justice shall take course and the truth shall set me free, as it is apparent that our hands and conscience are clear. We are indeed the victim of politics, malice, and vindictiveness. I must assure you that we find strength in such bare ruthlessness and callousness, and we shall soldier on. Aluta continua. I thank you for.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. I will give preference questions from the journalists, clarifications, questions, and comments. The public, you are here by observation. Yours is to pay attention and don't play, but let us water landscape.
Ngimele istudio 7 ko Bulawayo, nginguNompumelelo Moyo.